Right, we are back in for legs. It is Monday legs, the usual. Check-in done this morning. I'll add some check-in photos from this morning, just so you can kind of see the visual this morning anyway. But the past two mornings I've been 83.45 kg, which I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit weird because my body, I know how it works. I've obviously lived in it for my whole life, but in terms of scale weight, it doesn't really have any sort of crazy wild drops that just randomly happen. Usually I'm say for example 87 kg, next to 86.8, then 86.9, then maybe 86.5, kind of gradually coming down slowly. Obviously up and down, but still kind of coming down gradually. Now, Sunday morning I woke up and I was 83.45. Now, on Saturday I was 85.1. So I went down 1.6 kg in a day. Now I'm sitting thinking yesterday, right, okay, I've lost almost 2 kilos overnight. It's just going to be water. It's just kind of maybe I've recovered pure well one night, or on Saturday night I've woke up feeling good in my rest day, just less fatigue, less holding water, all that kind of shit. Woke up this morning, I was 83.45 again. I was like, right, something's going on, man. Something's weird. So I don't know. I think that's a bit strange for me. It doesn't usually happen. So I'm like, what is causing that? But at the same time, this morning in the check-in photos, I felt very sharp. I looked, to me anyway, I felt pretty sharp, and I also felt surprisingly pretty full. The thing with kind of starting prepping that, I was quite scared of getting mega stringy and looking pure like a twig. I didn't want that to happen, you know what I mean? Thankfully so far it hasn't happened. Now it might still happen when I get lean and I have no body fat. I'm not going to be surprised if it does, because obviously, as you all know, I'm natural. I'm not exactly the biggest guy on planet Earth. Not saying that there isn't natural guys that are absolutely humongous, but me, I am not humongous. I'm just, well, I'm tall-ish. I mean, I'm 6 foot, right? And I actually am 6 foot. I'm not lying about that. I'm 6 foot, and I've got relatively long limbs, but I'm not exactly pure. I wouldn't say that I'm severely stringy at all, but at the same time, I'm definitely not pure dense and mega full and all that, you know what I mean? So it's 50-50. I'm just now not stringy, but it's very much a possibility in the near future anyway. But of course, that is 6 weeks of prep ticked off. I think I'm down roughly 5 kilos or something, or roughly that anyway. It's 4 or 5 kilos, I'm pretty sure, in 6 weeks time. But the visual has definitely changed a hell of a lot, as you obviously see in the check-in photos. If you go back to the start of the prep series, when I added photos in there, I definitely wasn't as sharp at all. I had pretty much no abs at that point. Now that abs are actually coming through a little bit, I'm actually you know what, it looks not too bad, you know what I mean? So overall, we're feeling pretty good. I'm feeling decent, just a bit kind of concerned of why I've lost 1.7 kg or 1.6 kg basically overnight and then held that same weight. I was kind of thinking this morning I'll wake up and be 84.8 or something, back up another kilo, but it just hasn't happened. So I'm that is a strange one. But after a majority, well, basically a full day of eating today, apart from one meal that I have after the gym, obviously my intra shake as well. Apart from the 2 meals, I've ate all my stuff today, and I feel still pretty sharp. I feel pretty good. Yeah, a lot fuller than this morning, but I still feel pretty sharp. And usually kind of towards the end of the day, post training, posing, all that kind of stuff, I don't really feel as sharp or as kind of tight looking. I feel quite soft, if you know what I mean. But today I'm I've had all this food and I'm still feeling sharp, and I'm huh, this is strange. It's so mental how your body actually works, in a sort of calorie deficit setting, so to speak. It just can change so much overnight or over a couple of days. It is actually wild, man. So we'll see how we're looking tomorrow. We'll see how scale weight's looking tomorrow, and hopefully it's not straight back up to 85 kilo again. I get my check-in back from Finn tomorrow. I've kind of broke down what's been happening in terms of obviously scale weight, all that kind of stuff. But it was maintaining high 84s or low 85s kind of the entire week. Then obviously the last 2 days, well, this morning and yesterday, it's just pure shot right down. So I'm like, this is strange, but we'll see what Finn's saying, and he obviously knows like what to do in that kind of sense. Like, sorry, pardon me. I'm not saying that I don't know what to do, but it's like when you're kind of holding high 84s and low 85s, you're sitting right, okay, we need to change food. Nothing's really moving here. You're just kind of staying the same. It's kind of time to make a change. You know what I mean? But at the same time, after losing like 1.7 kilo, you're a bit like, oh, do we need to make a change? Because you've now lost almost 2 kilo in the space of 2 days. It's just, obviously don't want to pull food too quick, but at the same time, it's been 6 weeks now of like pulling no food. I've like been in the exact same food for 6 weeks. So I'm like, maybe it's kind of just due. But anyway, we're in for legs. It's actually just started literally bouncing, like hailstones bouncing. Don't know if you can see that or not, but on the actual windscreen it is fully bouncing. And now I don't want to go in. So I'm like, I don't want to get soaked and then go and do legs. But I can't see this stopping anytime soon. So we're just gonna get in. I'll just eat the hailstones and just go for it, man. So I'll catch you after the session. Right, legs ticked off again. I said this last week, and it was honestly, that was the best session that I've had. The best leg session that I've had. Again, everything progressing. Literally everything this time. Like there was not one thing, one set that didn't progress. And I'm feeling actually phenomenal. I can't lie, I feel so good just now, man. I think yesterday, weighing lighter than this morning, weighing lighter, I was like, right, okay, we're kind of starting to lose a decent chunk now. Live, I lost like 1.7 kg in a day. Like, I was a bit concerned about that. Thinking it might kind of impact strength, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm in the same usual mindset of, nah, I'm going to progress either way. And I did, and I felt actually unbelievable. Like the pump that I got and all, like, I'm not saying my food's low, because it's not low at all, right? But losing body fat pretty quickly, I was kind of expecting pumps to get quite shit quite fast. And they're actually still absolutely flying, man. Now, it's probably the Train by JP pumpage, to be honest, because I use that like every session now. I just feel pure like dialed in the entire session, and the pumps are a bit of a joke, to be honest. But overall, I'm just feeling so good just now, man, that I cannot complain at all. Like, this is what I was saying when I kind of first started the prep and that. I was quite scared to like lose strength, be dead stringy, like just not really feel like I looked amazing, like all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that I look absolutely fantastic, but this morning, that fasted visual, I was like, do you know what, I look pretty tight here. Like, I'm losing body fat pretty quickly. I feel like I look not too bad. I'm not going to be like over the moon ecstatic with a look, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like from where I am just now, I'm pretty chuffed where I am. So in the next like 15, 16 weeks, it'll be pretty exciting to see where we can get, man. Because just now I'm like, you know what? This is the best I've looked in my entire life. So I'm like, what about in 15 weeks time? What am I going to look like? You know what I mean? When I done my cut last time round, like 2 and a bit years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, when I last cut, honestly, just now, I would say that I'm leaner than I was then. Like 100%, I'm definitely leaner now. And I'm 83.45 kg. And back then, I'm pretty sure I was like 75 kg or like 76. So like basically 7 or 8 kilos up from the last time round, and I'm feeling leaner just now, which is a pretty good sign that I've gained a good chunk of muscle in the past 2-3 years, you know what I mean? Now obviously that's kind of expected. Like the way that I've been training the past like 2 and a bit years, like I'd be a bit devastated if I got to say 80 kilos and I wasn't looking better than back then, you know what I mean? So the fact just now I'm at like 83 and a half and I'm looking better than I was then, I'm pretty buzzing with that, I can't lie. So we've got another 15, 16 weeks to go, but for the time being, I'm absolutely over the moon with how it's going. It's been stress free so far, like no stress whatsoever. I actually feel dead chill like all the time, man. I just feel pure relaxed, chilled out. Like yeah, I'll get kind of hungry here and there. I'm a bit probably grumpy, all that kind of shit. But like I feel just relaxed all the time. Like I'm not pure sitting stressing like my routine that I've got going just now, it's very like easy for me to stick to, so I can tick it off without like a struggle, you know what I mean? So aye, we're feeling really, really good, to be fair. I really can't complain. So I just need to keep ticking over and just keep doing what I'm doing, to be honest. But I'm not going to keep these any longer, to be fair. Not much else to say other than I'm absolutely flying just now and I'm feeling absolutely class. So I hope you have enjoyed the wee catch up, and I'll catch you in the next one.